Hey Luis, in this video I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. My name is Selene McGregor and I work with small business owners across the state of Utah. I'm actually just based out of Utah County myself, so just a little bit further south. So I put together this quick custom video for you about your online presence, specifically how you're stacking up against your competition. So at this point, you're most likely sitting there asking yourself, why would she be doing this and what's the catch here? Well, it's a fair thought. Most local business owners are just too busy actually running their business, swamped with payroll, helping customers, answering questions, dealing with employees, and staying on top of jobs. And many times, learning how to leverage the internet to benefit their company just gets buried under all the other to-dos. And let's be real, half the time the only reason they haven't hired somebody yet is because they don't know who to trust. And maybe if you have hired someone, you're just wondering if they're truly the expert. And that's exactly why I make videos like this. I found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things they can do to impact their business for free, it's resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and saying, I like you, Selene, can you please just handle this for me? So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've heard and you can see that I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free attack plan that I gave to you and do it yourself, that totally works for me too. Now let me show you the 3 things that will set Mr. Expert Plumbing, Heating, and Air above your competition. So the 3 that we're going to cover today is first, content, second, citations, and third, backlinks. So first up is content. So since Google isn't a human, it doesn't just know what you do. It needs to be told through your content. So content is basically anything here that you can see on your homepage that is highlighted. So this can include text, pictures, what pictures are saved as, what's behind the pictures. That can all be considered content. So to give you an example of images, if we actually right click here and we can save as, we can see what they're being labeled as. I went through your website and checked a couple of these and it's awesome. Whoever's doing your pictures is doing a great job. It looks like they've got some keywords going in here. I do believe I noticed this one picture specifically is not saved with any sort of keyword here. That was just the plug that I was going to mention. Is a great way to leverage using your content is using high volume location specific keywords in your detailed image descriptions. That'll help boost it as well. I didn't go through all your images, but that kind of gives you an idea of where content can be hiding that Google bots are able to read and basically get an idea of what is this business? What services do they offer? What area are they targeting? And that's all going to position you in the search ranking. Now, the goal is having unique and authoritative content, and you need to have enough of it to add in the keywords and key phrases that people are going to be searching for in Google in order for them to find the services that you offer. Most business owners know that yes, they need content, but what they don't know is that in order to rank on number 1 on Google for plumbers, the average content count is 1,500 to 2,400 words on a homepage, while making sure that it contains the right keywords and key phrases that your customers are actually searching for. So when I copied in your content here and I plugged it into one of my tools, I was able to see that your site is actually bringing in over 2,000 words on your homepage, which is awesome. Some of your competitors in your area, actually jumping over here into the Salt Lake area, one of the top competitors here, Mill Creek Plumbing, they've only got about 1,000 keywords. However, like I had mentioned, really important to make sure that your content has the right keywords and right phrases that people are actually searching for in Google. We'll get into that in a minute, but super beatable to be able to, you've already got the content, the quantity there. We just need to make sure that we add in the right things there. Okay, so we're actually going to jump over here into one of my tools. This is called Ahrefs. It's a really cool tool. Typically costs a couple $100s a month if you guys go out and get this for yourself to see these metrics. But it essentially gives me behind the scene details that Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site. And I can get a pretty good idea of what is working well for you and for your competition. So I ran a quick search of your competitor over here. Again, this is for Mill Creek Plumbing. I'm able to see that they have 215 keywords on their website and the type of traffic that their website is bringing in every month. Now we're actually going to spend some time and jump in here on these keywords. We're going to be able to take a look at the exact keywords that your competition is ranking for and what your customers are searching for every month. So just right off the top, you can see here they're in kind of second and third position here for these keywords. Plumbers, Salt Lake City gets 1,700 searches every single month. Plumber, Salt Lake City, 2,200 searches every single month. Salt Lake Plumbers at 410 searches every month. Salt Lake City Plumbers at 810. And lastly, Salt Lake Plumber at 500. Now, there's obviously lots more that you could go into, but hopefully that gives you an idea of the thousands of people, just with even those few key terms there, of what they're searching for here in the Salt Lake area alone. Now, if we jump over here into your website, we're able to see the same type of thing, the same overview. So we're able to see that your website has 313 keywords on your website and the type of traffic that it is driving. Now let's jump into your keywords here. Right off, you can see that we've got a lot of keywords here. It doesn't look like there's a ton of location specific. You do have a few Utahs, a little bit more of a broad term. I did want to search. I searched in Salt Lake City here to see what I was able to see for what type of keywords you're looking at for location specific. You do have, let's see, that's a Russian one. Let's go down here into some of the US ones here. Salt Lake City Plumber with the 810 searches, but you're ranking 27th for that. So you're like bottom of the second page, almost third page of Google there. You've got this one as well, which is a great keyword. Plumbers, Salt Lake City at 1,700 search volume every month. That's awesome. You're just ranking on the third page of Google. And we know that most people do not go past the first page of Google when they're finding somebody. So we just want to really make sure that we're increasing your positioning here. You've got some awesome keywords. You've got some nice quantity count on your website. We just need to make sure that your rankings are going up so that people are actually finding you for what you do. Again, Salt Lake City Plumbers at 170. You get the gist. You've got this one that's the 2,200 as well. Plumber Salt Lake City. Again, 33rd position though. You're back on the third page of Google. And just to kind of give you an idea, let's actually sort this really fast. Sort for number one. So you can see here you're ranking number one for these specific terms. To me, it looks like other than your name, it looks like all of these are most likely questions about specific services or things like that that are just like information things, not necessarily services requested, or at least not location services, I should say, for Salt Lake City. I do see one here, not a bad one for Plumber, Riverton, Utah. It's got about 10 searches per month. What other one did I see? It looks like Plumbers in Utah. They're in Spanish, about 10 searches per month here, 4.5 positions for that. So again, just looking at those high volume keywords of what you'd be able to drive in, what type of traffic you'd be able to do that way. So we're actually going to jump over here into Google. When we type in that search that has the 2,200 searches every month, this keyword, Plumber, Salt Lake City, first up is we see this ads section. So up here, here's the thing about ads. Ads can work, but they can also be a really big money pit if your foundation, like your website, isn't dialed in, or if customers are using an ad blocker. So just be really careful to not burn through your money here on the Google ads unless you know for sure that your site is going to convert. We're actually going to jump below the ads though and come down here into the coveted map pack, which I don't know where I just zoomed in. There we are. This area has a lot to do with the second important thing that we're going to talk about, which is citations. So you're probably asking yourself, well, what is a citation and why do they matter? Well, great questions. So this is called the Google Map Pack. I'm sure you've seen it. You've probably even used this section and possibly even thought to yourself, how in the world can I get my business up on here? It's all great questions and it's about what I'm to show you. So to get yourself to the top 3, the number one thing that Google is looking at is a thing called citations. Well, what is a citation? Citations are super simple. They are just your business name, address, and phone number listed exactly here on these online directories such as Yelp, Yellow Pages, CityStar, and so on and so on. Having citations like these helps Google to verify you and give relevance to your business. So to push here onto the top 3 spots of the Google Map Pack, you just need to increase your citation game. When you get more citations than your competitor, especially from authoritative and industry-specific websites, your credibility boosts and you gain more trust from Google, therefore pushing you above your competition. Now you might be asking yourself, okay, great, but how do I actually do that? Well, there are paid tools like Whitespark and BrightLocal that'll tell us exact directories that your competition is listed on, and then we can go match the directories they are on. But we don't want to just stop there because we don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them. So we've seen that with most plumbing companies here that are ranked at the top, we're usually seeing them around 200 citations. So if you're pushed down below that, maybe on the second or third page, probably only have 30 or 40 citations. So we not only need to go get those citations to match your top competitor, but we need to beat them online. Now, the last thing that I wanted to cover with you today is backlinks, often called link juice. And this third pillar will really help you dominate on Google. So again, when we search for that phrase, Plumber Salt Lake City, scroll down below the ads, below the map pack, we hit this area. This area is called the organic listing section down here. And you can see here that your site is not ranked number 1, 2, 3, or anywhere here on the first page of Google. Now, this is where you want to be because Google statistics have shown that the top 3 businesses on Google get about 75% of the clicks, meaning that most of your potential customers are choosing one of these first 3 results and are never making it to your listing. And to get there, you need to be able to beat out your competition in every aspect. So you need authority. How do you get authority? Well, this is where the backlinks come into play. So backlinks is just where one website links to another website online. Kind of like a popularity contest back in high school, except in this popularity contest, the business with the most relevant link juice or authority wins. And I say relevant because not all backlinks are created equal. So you're a plumber, right? Well, you wouldn't want a backlink from an ice cream shop linking back to you because you guys don't make ice cream. Although that'd be tasty, that backlink would be kind of useless to you. But having a backlink from a local blog or industry-specific site linking to you, that would be much more effective. Again, if we actually jump over here into my tool, we can see exactly that you've got 1,200 backlinks on your site, which is a great amount of backlinks. It's a great start, but it still is not dominating your website and showing the proper authority, pushing your keywords up to the top. If we go over here to your competitor, they've only got 125 backlinks. So you might be asking yourself, well, I have way more backlinks than they do. How am I not ranking up to the top? They're sitting second and third position where you're looking like you're landing more around second or third page of Google. You were in like the 20s and 30th position. So again, you're probably asking yourself, well, they have more strong, relevant sites. Again, quality over quantity. You can have way fewer backlinks that are from strong, relevant sources that will beat out tons of backlinks. So really important that we're able to get those relevant ones. Again, how do we get those? We can literally go into this tool and we can see the exact backlinks that they have and be able to go out and get those same links for your business or hire more relevant quality sites. Again, this is very beatable with time. Getting you to the top of Google is not magic. It's just a tried and true method. And I've shown you that exact method here today. So in closing, the 3 things that you can do today to grow your online presence is, again, focusing on your content. Your front page needs at least the 1,500 words, which you're there. The biggest thing you need to work on is just making sure you've got those right keywords and key phrases that people are actually searching for in your area so that your company gets found, which you've got them. We just need to really focus on, 1, adding in more of those keywords, but 2, jumping down to the third thing, making sure you're getting more relevant quality sites pointing back to you guys to show Google that you are the authority, and then it will push you up in the ranking. Instead of being the 20th position, 29th position, you'd rather be up into like that second position, first position. Everybody wants to be on the top. Getting those backlinks will help you get there. And then that second one that I skipped there, making sure you're increasing your citations, just to make sure that you're showing up on that Google Map Pack. If you implement all of those strategies today, you can be number 1 across Google. Now, I know it's a tough market, and I know how dependent small businesses are on third-party companies like Angie's List. I also know how painful it is to pay for leads that are shared amongst your competitors. What I have shown you today gives you control over your leads and an actionable plan that has clients come straight to your door without a broker in between. So I'm sure you're wondering, well, what now? Well, you really have a few options. If you feel like you cannot handle any more clients every single month, that's absolutely fair. Just send me a quick note saying that you watched the video. Tell me your thoughts about it. I'd really appreciate your feedback. On the other hand, if you're ready to grow, you've got this awesome blueprint that you're able to implement these strategies on your own today. I give you the exact formula that businesses pay tons of dollars to have, and it's all yours to use to help your company. Now, if you found this information valuable and you're one of those business owners to still raise their hands for the most effective route, simply respond to my email. We'll set up a time to chat, dive deeper into your specific situation, and see what I can do to help your business really thrive. Again, my name is Selene, and I look forward to your email.